how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? You're
Right.
supposed to bring everybody else along. So me saying that is basically touching on what Irk talking about with LeBron. These is guys, man. He's day one.
Right.
These guys are rich. Rich. They ain't on his coattail. They running right alongside him. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So I take out my retainer.
It's a funny. That's it. That's a funny moment, y'all. They got to go in the. They got to go in the funny moment.
With his little list going on.
They got to go in.
Sounds like Cool G rapping. It's getting rich. To the feet.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh shit, yo.
But before we leave our story too much too, let's talk about, since you want to stay positive, we had a long talk with we don't say his name, with a few officers there. Well, one of them we just gonna talk about particularly.
Oh yeah.
And we was getting to the film and trying to, cause the whole thing, give y'all a better vision. It's called Saving Our Youth. So it's basically we're trying to start early to get these kids going in the right direction. So hopefully they don't go astray by the time they become teenagers and younger adults. And you know, we had talked with one of the officers, and you know, we was basically asking things like, I mean, real questions actually. Has he ever been in a shooting? How he feel when somebody else gets shot? How he feel about, you know, how the streets is when he's actually out there working? And I know all, you know, my thing is crooked everywhere. It's crooked cops, crooked people, crooked whatever. So we can't keep dwelling on that. We only talk about the ones that sound like they for good.
Want to do something.
Right.
Right.
And we talk. We talk about something. We talk for like an hour. We should have recorded it actually. Come to think about it. And he said he didn't mind coming on. That was another thing.
Okay.
And
So
we
we
asked
gotta-
him had he ever shot anybody. He was like, no, and I don't want to. He said, yo, that's some shit. He said, you shoot somebody, you kill him. He said, man, that's some shit you gotta live with for the rest of your life. He said, man, them guys that really shot people, he said, they ain't want to do it. He said, but trust me. It's something I said, yeah, that's why when you see a lot of them police shootings, the first thing they make you do is go see your shrink. Because psychologically it will, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we know that. I mean,
Taking a life, man.
some.
Ain't nothing easy to
I'm not gonna say everybody, but we know majority of them. Yeah, probably messing you up big time, right? Because it's happening today now in the community, where these young kids see certain things that they should not see, and that bothers them from when they seen it as a 5-year-old to now. You know what I mean? Nobody want to admit it, but that's the real deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how that game goes. You know, so I'm quite sure that it touches and messes a lot of people. Sometimes, man, some of them just do unnecessary shit.
Right. I'm gonna have a good point. He said something about the a lot of people don't see the he even said it. A lot of times the officers don't have their cameras on. They cut them on late. So I don't know if he was, like I said, I think he's been, you know, honest with us. I don't think he was saying nothing.
Well, you know, that's my guy. You know,
Right.
He grew up, you know, under me, around my way. You know what I'm saying? Like you told me, his mom's still living out for.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he grew up on the beach field, hooping with us and all. He hooped everything. Yeah.
Nasty man.
Love man. But he
Mixed.
mix ain't too good today.
Jeez.
I was trying to go like it, yo, because I wanted to be died, yo.
Man, you and your fucking great ideas.
It's really
man.
water for real.
That shit is nasty.
It's water.
Coconut juice.
Yeah, water.
Coconut water.
Cause rum, coconut go together. That's what it is.
Man, that
Man,
shit,
we done
man.
went off topic.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so he was just basically giving us a lot of spill. Like he was saying, like when he was in the city, he was like, yo, I was just coming through. He said, man, you know, I already knew y'all out here to do what y'all gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He said, but just respect me enough to leave. If you come back, then, you know, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But when I come through, I just need you to respect, you know, he was basically just saying, like, same thing all we say every week on it. Like, the city is just out of control. He was even saying that. He's like, yo, I don't know what's going on. He said, yo, these kids crazy. I said, man, are they?
We all know cops is a lot, you know, a few cops out there, whoever they is, might be out of control. But my whole point is, I watch us out of control.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to figure. I'm trying to realize how. And I'm not even talking about the actual acts. I'm just talking about how we interact with officers when we get pulled over, when they just come to ask us a question. You get what I'm saying?
Cause you got a tail light out.
We kind of strengthens the moment. We hyping the tension in the moment. It's like I'm trying to figure out, like, it's feeling like we don't even know how to be criminals no more. You get what I'm saying? The thing about being a criminal is they come pull you over. Hey, officer, how you doing? I hit my license, register, boom, boom. Let them go about their business. 90% of the time, we got the car ain't right. So I understand how your car don't be right, and you mad at the officers just hyping attention.
Smack in the front, but you whistle under the front seat.
And so that's so you're so right about that. But that's what. All right, we all in our 40s.
Right.
Growing up. So now we seen, like, maybe I'm gonna say 30 years. I'm gonna say 30 years. How about that?
Right.
Just to be fair. 30 years of wrongdoing on both sides.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But the other side, you relate to it more because it's who it is. You know them people, what's going on, what's been done. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus the officers when they was out of order and you seen it.
Right.
So now you got like 30 years of fucked up relationship. Don't think that it's going to be over and done in 5 years. If it took 30 years to fuck it up like that, it might take 30 years to get better.
Right.
So that's why we need to start early and stop people on procrastinating about trying to get this shit together down the road. Start early from somewhere. Even if it's a moment, a minute or two, for a nice conversation, that conversation lasts a minute or two, guess what? That's cool.
Right.
It was one officer that, used to give people riffraff, and then he started talking to him, he started playing chess with everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, it starts somewhere and it gets better. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody say. I know for a fact. Western, this was one of the dirtiest goddamn police stations.
Let me give you
out there.
Let me give you a prime example of how karma is. We had old officers around our way. Used to get out on dudes, disrespect them, say all kind of shit he ain't got no business saying as an officer of the law to dudes.
Right.
Belittling men, you know what I'm saying, emasculating men. And then turn around, fall in love with this chick. Guess where she live at?
Right, our way?
Around our way. Now he the nicest thing going around. Nicest thing smoking. Cause now it's as fearful when he coming in and out of that house. And not somebody gonna be laying in them bushes on his hind part.
And not just him.
You feel what I'm saying?
But he feels for her too.
So now his whole demeanor didn't change. Now he need to walk to that liquor store down there on the corner where we standing at. You know what I'm saying? He need to feel comfortable when he coming in there. So now everything about him had changed.
Right.
Everything. He started, speaking, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, something. But all the disrespect went right out the window. But that's how karma works.
Right.
These the same dudes you roughing up and you disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's one thing as an officer to go overboard physically.
Right.
But he was going overboard verbally as well. So dudes did not like him at all.
Right.
He was a nasty taste in everybody's mouth. You know what I mean? So the point I'm making is when he came around, his tune changed. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit gets real in the hood. Now you part of this same hood.
Right. The
shit is real in.
Right.
So now you treading and you walking softly and treading lightly.
Yeah, but see, that's what I want to piggyback off of that, because not just because he might be scared, but now he got a woman that's from that hood. She might have sit him down and talked to him.
Oh, she wasn't even from our hood. She just lived around there.
Well, she might not be from that hood, but she might be from another motherfucker that had the same.
It just so happened that when he met her, she lived around our way, so he had to come.
Right.
And
I'm quite sure she probably had to sit down and talk to him. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody might have said something to her too. Nigga, nasty motherfucker. You know what I mean? Right. She might have had to sit down and talk with him. Like, look, you know what I mean? Come on. Just like officers, just go to work and do your job, man. Nobody actually be no fucking RoboCop. You ain't gotta earn a name. If you want to earn a name in the correct, in the best way, in a good way, man. That's what you're supposed to. Become that community policing, man. Stop that old bullshit, man. Listen, because these people ain't going nowhere, man. This is all they know. You can go back out to Pennsylvania, Delaware, in Harford County, County. They ain't going nowhere.
Y'all Western District.
One of the craziest.
You Central District.
Yeah, I'm West. Yeah, and that was one of the worst goddamn police stations out there.
I'm Southwest. Equally as bad. Right? But we had officers that was super cool with us. I had this officer named Anderson. His last name was Anderson. Older dude. I used to laugh all the time because he looked like Carl Weathers. Remember? I want you. Right. That's who he looked like though. No lie. He looked like him. But this was my man.
Right.
He pulled up. He was never disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But he from the era of the 38 special. You know what I'm saying? He before the Glock 9s and the Glock 40s and all that. He was the 38 special. But he knew what I was doing. But the respect level that I had for him as a man, I ain't had nothing to do with his job. Just men. The respect level I had for him, first of all, for his profession, and then as a man.
Right.
He never carried me no any kind of way. Always had utmost respect. When I saw him, we spoke. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have a fucked up relationship because he on the other side of the
that's right
of the spectrum. You
because
know what I'm
that's
saying?
his job, man.
The man coming to do his job.
That's
my job is I'm on the block. I'm getting it in.
Right.
That's my job.
And that's your job.
All right? I know what his job is.
Right.
To catch me.
Damn right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's a cat and mouse thing.
Right.
I understood that. So my thing was, you know, I don't have to make it worse. I don't have to make the compound the situation with something else that don't have to be there. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew that, like I said, I was never disrespectful for him. When he came and I was on that corner, I moved.
And see,
he didn't have to get out. He didn't have to get out, start swinging his billy club like, okay, no. I know what you here for. I know what I'm doing. Back to what you just said about dumb criminals. Me standing there is a dumb criminal. I know I ain't right. You feel what I'm saying? I know he doing his job. My job is to get the fucking stepping. That's my job.
And that's what I hate, y'all.
And I'll come back when he leaves.
When they say
so the respect that I had for him, he loved me.
Right.
He had to lock me up one time. I had a warrant. Just come out Friday night. This motherfucker jumping like the 4th of July. I'm cocked and loaded, son. I'm cocked and loaded. Got my guys in place. We ready to go. Motherfuckers that put the warrant out on me, they rolled past and saw me. Next thing you know, I see him coming. He pulled straight on the corner. I said, look, let me take care of this which come. And then I roll with you. And it's like, come on, man. I said, I already know, man. I already know. Put me in there. He said, man, I ain't even gonna put you in the cuffs. Put me in the back seat.
Yeah.
They ain't put me in the cuffs or nothing. Now this is before Central Booking.
Right.
You know, I'm going down Southwest.
Yeah, he's going up this was
Booking wasn't even down there yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, but it was just, that's what I'm saying. It was just the respect level. So that's why when you see the tension, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you can't really knock them 100% because of all of the bullshit that's going on out here nowadays for people to feel the way that they feel towards the police. But you have to be able to single out and have your own mind.
Right.
To be like, yo ain't one of them.
Yeah.
And that's how it was with him. He wasn't one of them.
See, so check it out. Do we battle them? Do we keep trying to like you said, raise the temperature in the room every time we see a police? Or do we do what we gotta do right and
right?
You gotta do what you can. All you can do is do what you can do.
Do what you can do. But that comes from one. When I told y'all, I think it was last week. Respect. I said, if an officer come to me and talk to me respectfully, guess what, man? We got a respectfully conversation.
You know why?
Our conversation is going to be respectful.
Because if he ain't got that uniform on, what is he?
Yeah.
He's still a man, right?
He's still a man.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So,
and that's how I
But the problem is that's the problem. You just hit the nail on the head, whether you know it or not. The problem is men don't respect men.
Exactly.
That's the problem with the streets, period. There's no sugarcoating it. There's no maybe it's here. That's it. Men don't respect men, man. We don't.
That's it. You right on
Some of
it.
this? You might need to put some of this.
I might need to put some of that.
Yeah,
Poke ass
books.
rub over
Yeah, you
there.
That
gotta go
shit-
grab a Pepsi.
Yo,
or something.
this
Go
shit-
grab a Coke.
This shit that made this shit watery. So
Go grab a Coke, yo.
my man, and fuck this drink up. He's still dumping that
No,
dumb ass
I'm
shit.
drinking that juice. I ain't drinking that no more.
He fucked that nigga up, man.
Go get the Coke.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm
when
gonna
you
go
get a chance,
get it. I'm
yo.
gonna go get it.
So what I'm saying, like, you know, it's just men don't respect men, man.
Right.
And that's what the problem is.
Yeah, that's
The
fast.
problem.
That's
For
fast.
nothing.
Damn, it's nasty.
For nothing, you know? For nothing.
Golly.
Yeah, he fucked that up. Excuse me, y'all. He done fucked the drink up. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to lose weight, son. I got the water, and I ain't trying to. I need something with low calories. Get me a diet, yo. when
Fuck
you go-
that drink up, man. Got to do something different. Yo, I say, yo, you got to do better.
But check this out, y'all. We don't want to stay on this too long, but a few questions we did ask him about how he feel about the guys carrying the backpacks. We asked him,
Y'all talk to him. Go ahead.
no, we asked him about the guys, how he feel about the guys carrying backpacks, how he feel when he pulls up to a situation. You know, he even said himself he feel
Bring me a
tense.
Pepsi too, yo.
You get what I'm saying? He feel tense and he feel, you know, it's getting wild. And it's everywhere. This county, city,
Yeah.
airport. He work at the airport now, actually.
2 dudes shot in Severn last night. Another 16-year-old kid shot in Pasadena yesterday. So it's not just in the city. This shit is everywhere now, man.
Right.
Shit is spilling all out into these counties. Anne Arundel was off the chain right now. PG off the chain.
Right.
Like, this was just last night. 2 dudes in Severn, Maryland last night.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right in the parking lot. See your boy's shoe still on the ground. The police, when
Real?
one of his shoes was still on the ground. The news camera was there. So man,
Wow.
so you know, just to play devil's advocate here, to be on the other side of that blue as an officer, and you have to go home every day. At least try to get home. I mean, look what happened yesterday. He went up there and just blew the head. Bitch shot 2 Chicago police up yesterday. Just walked up and shot him up yesterday. Killed him.
Police officer?
Yeah, 2 Chicago police officers yesterday. So like, man, like people waging war, man. So when you on obviously, if you in that blue, I see why they be so tense.
It's a disconnect somewhere, man. What are we missing, man? What happened to
The disconnect comes when
Me,
you have people to lean on your neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. That's where the disconnect comes. See, that's what happens when George Floyd on camera begging for his life. The disconnect is when a man sitting there for 9 minutes and 20-some seconds with his hands in his pocket whistling Dixie. You know what I'm saying? He looking around like it's a walk in the park. While this man underneath of you begging for his life. Did you see what happened in the Roar? Up in rural Minnesota the other day? When the police pistol whipped him?
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah.
He pistol whipped this man the way he knotted up all over the place.
Yeah.
Split his eye open. All because the other 2 dudes took on running. He didn't even know what they even pulled him up for. I don't even know if he knew the other 2 dudes. I know they were riding bikes or something.
Right,
I think they stopped to take a break or something.
Right.
So
That
the
was
2
sad.
dudes came and took off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But kudos to the white woman, just the police chief up there in the rural, fired him immediately and pressed charges immediately. She didn't have to wait the next day. Charged the lady that was with him too.
Right.
Charged her ass for not intervening, because you know that's a charge on the police level. You get charged if you standing around, and that's what they was trying to charge them dudes with in the George Floyd case too. The one that was standing there watching.
Right.
They gave him that charge too. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they
Mama
need.
Coke's better, son.
Exactly. I don't know what you going on. Goddamn it. Coconut water and rum.
Oh, I
See, that's why I just drink
I left
mine
on who
straight.
y'all-
I don't even get into all that.
I
Just
left
drink it
on-
straight like I do.
I left on who y'all. Now I know who y'all talking about when you say where you at now. That's Cuz. Cuz be tuning in. Cuz, what's up, Cuz? You know he talking about you.